Welcome to Dover International Speedway. Today on the pole, it's Max Gresham. A champion will be crowned. That's Ryan Truex in the 00. He locks it up when the green flag flies. And Danica Patrick is in the field today. We'll see how she does. It's the final race of the 2010 season, the NASCAR K&N Pro Series East Division, Sunoco 150, Dover, Delaware. I'm Rick Allen alongside Phil Parsons. Bob Dillner joins us on pit road. The field all in line for a gorgeous day of racing. 92 degrees, a little bit overcast, so the sun won't be beating down on the racetrack as much as we would expect. 1 mile racetrack, Phil, and this one's a tough one. They call it the Monster.
One of the most challenging racetracks on the entire circuit here. As you can see, 27 cars will start this race. 150 laps, 150 miles.
Just under $150,000 in the purse. Take a look at our point standings. Ryan Truex with a 118-point lead over Darrell Wallace Jr. He will lock up the championship when the green flag flies.
Yeah, second, third, and fourth, though, are up for grabs. Pretty good battle there. About 40 points separating second through fourth.
Taking a look at our starting lineup, Max Gresham and Cole Whitt making up row number 1.
Our winner from last year, Brett Moffitt, will start from the second row.
Ryan Gifford, Dustin Delaney in row 4. Matt Kovaluk, one of those drivers in that fight for the 5th position in the point standings. He'll start in row 5.
Corey LaJoie. There's Danica Patrick back in row number 7. Corey LaJoie had such a great run at Loudon last week. Starts from row 6.
DJ Shaw in the 60 will start in row number 9. Darrell Wallace Jr.'s had a lot of success this season. He will start in the 10th row.
Here's Steve Park, a 3-time winner in this series, back in row number 11.
John Salemi and Scott Booley making up row number 13. Miguel Paludo got in on a provisional, and we're about ready to go racing from Dover. Green flag in the air.
Great start by Cole Whitt from the outside.
Too wide as they go through 1 and 2. Jumping out to the early lead, that is Cole Whitt in the Red Bull, number 84.
Cole Whitt has done everything this year except win. He's been a second 3 times, a lot of poles, led a lot of laps, hasn't quite got to victory lane. Maybe today's the day.
He's already got a 2-car length lead over Max Gresham at the start of this race. Gresham falling back a little bit. Kevin Swindell running in the 3rd spot.
Remember now, when the green flag came out, Ryan Truex won the championship, clinched the championship.
Pretty impressive for the Michael Waltrip Racing driver, the young 18-year-old grabbing his 2nd championship in just 2 years. Battle for the 14th through 18th position. We see Andrew Ranger in the 35 out front. Zach Germain in that 24 moving to the outside.
Alex Kennedy has some experience this year in the Arcus Series. And a few nationwide starts as well back in the 37 car inside of the 24. Zach Germain.
DJ Shaw got a move on the outside, can make it work. A little contact there as they went down the backstretch.
Here's Dale Quarterly for the 3rd year in a row. This is the only race that Dale Quarterly will run.
Dale Quarterly moves in front of that 37 of Alex Kennedy. Now DJ Shaw once again trying to get by. There's the gap between 1 and 2. Cole Whitt has already put 5 car lengths between himself and Max Gresham.
Nice outstanding lead for Cole Whitt. There's a good battle. There's Danica Patrick going underneath Ty Dillon in a battle for the 12th position. Oh, a little contact.
Danica moved up the racetrack, got into the side of the 3. Still is going to be able to complete the pass, though, as Andrew Ranger comes up behind Danica.
That's one thing she's not able to do in her open wheel racing.
Yeah, you can't make a lot of
Not
contact
a whole lot.
like that and still continue on. But Danica Patrick just in front of Andrew Ranger and Ty Dillon. Continue to work through turns 3 and 4.
And that is a JR Motorsports entry for Danica Patrick in the 83. She's here also to do double duty. Also will run the nationwide race here at Dover.
Tony Urey Jr., her crew chief. TJ Bell spotting for her. A little bit of experience there on the spotter stand. Right behind her, Andrew Ranger. He's had success this year, a couple wins, one in the West and one in the East Series.
And also one in the Canadian Tour as well. So a lot of wins in different series for Andrew Ranger, but all under the NASCAR banner.
We're closing the gap now on Danica Patrick. We see the dark concrete down on the bottom, and a lot of the drivers seem to be running right along the bottom of this racetrack. Are we going to see it move out into 2 groups?
I think we will see that groove widen out a little bit when you get some more heavy traffic. Certainly after restarts when they get doubled up. But you can see now there's a distinct 2-groove black mark around this racetrack.
Cole Witt out in front and pulling away from Max Gresham, Swindell, Moffitt, and Truex. Welcome back to the Monster Mile. Cole Witt still out in front. Now he's working on slower lap traffic around the mile here. As look to the outside. Here comes Max Gresham in the 18 trying to take the lead away.
3 wide for a moment. Max Gresham tried to take advantage of that lap car, but Cole Witt able to hold on to that lead.
Again, there was a big lead between Cole Witt and Max Gresham before Cole Witt ran into the slower lap traffic, and so that has slowed his pace and allowed Max Gresham to catch back up.
Remember the car that Max Gresham's driving, that team, Joe Gibbs Racing Team, was here last year, set a track record with Matt DiBenedetto in that 18 car. And a teammate of Joe Gibbs this year, Brett Moffitt, won that race last year driving for Andy Santerre.
Brett Moffitt mired back in the field a ways, but right now his teammate Max Gresham running second. A little bit slower than Cole Witt. When Cole Witt gets into open track area, he's able to pull away, and once again he's done it to about 5 to 6 car lengths and keeps extending that.
See a little smoke from the back of the 18 car of Max Gresham.
A little early for smoke, and it doesn't look like tire rub, but potentially. Gresham still trying to track down that 84 of Cole Witt. Here's Ryan Truex in the 00. Going around Ryan Gifford, or working with Ryan Gifford in that 2.
That's the 77 car. Miguel Paludo. Such a great run last week. Finished 4th at Loudon. Lost a car in practice. They borrowed a car from Joe Gibbs Racing, and that's what Miguel's driving right now.
Cole Witt's into the wall. Our leader gets into the wall. Unbelievable. Look at the right side damage of that 84.
Wow, a tremendous amount of damage. That's going to be terminal, I would think, for that 84 car, that Red Bull car of Cole Witt. What a good run he had going to trying to get win number 1. Let's see if we can take a look at what happened, Rick.
He looked so dominant early on. Maybe cut a right front tire. Yeah, right up into the wall.
Without a doubt. Yeah, without a doubt. See Max Gresham get by there on the inside to take over the lead, but what a horrible break. Here's another view there. You see the car just turns almost dead right, hits the wall at about a 45-degree angle. Nothing a driver can do when that happens.
Hard lick here at the Monster. He got into the safer barrier, which is good.
You don't get many easy hits here at this racetrack. They don't call it a monster for nothing.
Yeah, very tough situation for Cole Witt. Again, looking for that first win in the East Series, and not going to happen today. After a dominant performance, Max Gresham now in front of the field. Swindell, Moffitt, Truex, and Ryan Gifford are your top 5. Getting ready for the restart, Max Gresham has chose the outside line here at the Monster Mile. Kevin Swindell will restart on the inside in the number 9. Green flag back in the air, and a great restart for Max Gresham. How about Ryan Truex in the 00 getting by Swindell?
He stays right with him. See Kevin Swindell now pulls into 3rd.
Swindell drops back to 3rd after restarting in the 2nd spot. Right behind him, Brett Moffitt in the 20. Moffitt battling for that 4th spot.
That outside line looked pretty good on that restart. There's Sergio Pena in the 4 car. Right behind the 9 of Swindell. There's Moffitt. There's Ryan Gifford, teammate to Sergio Pena, Revolution Racing.
Here goes Brett Moffitt once again, looking to the inside, trying to take that 4th spot away.
He definitely has the position here. Let's see if he can beat him down into turn number 3.
Moffitt has the preferred line. Sergio Pena. Oh, we see Ryan Gifford wobble a bit back there behind Pena.
He got a little bit loose through the center of the corner there. Matt Kobeluk, the 40 car, right behind the 2 of Ryan Gifford. Ryan was a runner-up in this race last year, driving for Team Dillon Racing.
Gifford able to get it straightened back out again. It's Max Gresham, Ryan Truex 1 and 2. Swindell back in 3rd. Cole Witt had problems earlier, brought out our most recent caution. Let's find out from Bob Dillner what happened.
Plenty of damage to the 84 car of Cole Witt. Very troublesome for this young kid doing such a dynamite job here at the Monster Mile. Cole is outside the race car right now. Did you have any warning before that tire went down?
Nah, I mean, I think we run something over. There was a few things on the front stretch there. Just like probably about 5 laps before that. It didn't look like anything major, maybe like something on the wall, but nah, just no indication. Just, the car was trying to get it, and next thing you know, it just went straight to the wall. So it just went down about right in turn 2. So I mean, I hate it for these guys because it's kind of been our story all year. We've had some tough luck. We've had a good car everywhere we've gone. So I mean, it's all we can do. We're big on to another one.
He got his head below the talented race car driver.
Yeah, dejected driver there. And we talked about, Phil, you mentioned 3 times he's finished second. So close, but hasn't been able to get that win.
Yeah, tremendous open wheel career, sprint cars, midgets, and I think we'll be hearing a lot from him as the years go by.
Very talented driver. We saw Swindell trying to hold on to that 3rd spot.
Saw a little bit of smoke again from Gresham. We saw it earlier. Still a little bit of puff of smoke every now and then.
Moffitt just behind Swindell. Again, those two battling for the 3rd spot. Swindell has it. Moffitt trying to take it away.
Ryan Truex, 0-0. Trying to put an exclamation point on this 2010 season.
Yeah, how about ending the season with a win? That would be great. Oh, again, we've got a car into the wall. It looks like Darrell Wallace Jr. in the 6 has got into the wall.
That will definitely have point implications if Darrell Wallace Jr. has any problem. There he is with a lot of damage to that 6 Revolution racing car. Wow, look at the damage.
Hard right side contact once again. Looks like maybe we're seeing another right front tire go down.
Yeah, that's a telltale sign of a right front tire going down. Whether he ran over something or something rubbed, it's hard to tell.
Welcome back to the Sunoco 150. Max Gresham chooses the inside line. Phil, what's going on here?
Well, that may be out. He did such a good job from the outside line, but he may want to try the inside line. Maybe he feels, oh, there's a problem for Kevin Swindell.
Swindell slow on the racetrack. He is backing up right now.
Boy, everybody able to get by him, it looks like. Gresham gets the lead. Still a little bit of smoke from that 18 car.
A little bit closer on the restart, though, this time. Gresham chose the inside. Ryan Truex is able to hold on to the 2nd spot. Now, Brett Moffitt challenging for that position on the bottom of the racetrack.
Great side-by-side battle for second. Moffitt on the inside, Truex on the outside. Truex way wide, up off of 4.
Out of the groove is Ryan Truex. He loses 2nd now. Ryan Gifford looking to the inside, maybe trying to take 3rd away. Truex able to get back up to speed, holds off Gifford through turns 1 and 2.
It looked like he was going to stay there for a moment. Now he tucks in behind Truex. There's Eddie McDonald, the 71 now, right up behind the 2 of Ryan Gifford.
Sergio Pena all over his back bumper. Ooh. Almost gets sideways as Eddie McDonald is able to save it and keep going the right direction.
It almost looked like there may have been a little bit of contact with Pena and Eddie McDonald.
Sergio Pena all over the back bumper of Eddie McDonald. McDonald gets sideways but straightens it back out. Now looking to the inside, that's Matt Kovaluk in the 40, trying to go by the 07 of Corey LaJoie.
We mentioned at the very top of the show what a great run Corey LaJoie had. He and Alan Tardif were battling for the lead late in the race at Loudon. They got together, both spun.
We talked to Randy LaJoie after that race, and he was not happy with the decision that his son had made there in the turn, but obviously he's got things figured out. He's running better today, running in the 07 car.
Said he was going to have to talk to his mom, Lisa, about going to Dover this week. Apparently that went well.
That conversation went well, and he's here today. Sergio Pena in front of Eddie McDonald. There you see the 83 of Danica Patrick. She is running in the 11th spot after starting 13th, so moving up. Looks like things are going well for her, right, Bob?
Guys, today is like Monster Mile 101 for Danica Patrick. Her spotter, TJ Bell, is up on top of this racetrack, coaching her way through the corners, as is crew chief Tony Uri Jr. They keep on saying, arc it in and try to get a run up off. What she is complaining about is the wind on the front of her car, and that's exactly as she put it. When it hits when she is behind somebody, that makes the car very, very tight. They said, deal with that right now. We'll work on that when we make our pit stop. But right now, this is a big learning process for Danica Patrick here at Dover.
And any time she can get in behind the wheel of a stock car is going to be a lesson for her in her early stock car career.
Yeah, that's right. Especially with doing double duty here. This is going to be great experience. And, you know, the thing about this short race, 150 miles, 150 laps, they're probably only going to get one opportunity to adjust on that car. So they have to make sure they make the right adjustments.
Great battle here between teammates. Max Gresham in front of Brett Moffitt. Those two have separated themselves from the field, running 1 and 2.
Both of those drivers in victory lane already this year. Max Gresham with a couple wins, Brett Moffitt with 1.
You know, it still looks like I can see some smoke coming out of that 18 when he goes through the turns.
You know, we noticed that last week on Ty Dillon's car at Loudon, and they actually fixed that smoke on a 7-point caution flag.
Max Gresham, Brett Moffitt, 1 and 2 in Dover, Delaware. So Gresham and Moffitt holding on to the top 2 spots. Truex, Gifford, and Sergio Pena rounding out our top 5 after 55 laps.
two Gibbs cars have been able to put a little distance on the third place car of Ryan Truex. There's a good battle. That's Dale Quarterly. I mentioned earlier that this is the only race the last 3 years that he ran. Well, that's in the K&N Pro Series East. Right. He actually won a modified race at Lime Rock, Connecticut this year.
These three battling for the 9th spot. And how about Kevin Swindell making his way back up? We're hearing that he had problems with third gear on the restart. That's why he dropped back so far.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. He either missed a gear or had problems with third gear. Now he's back up to full song running again, but he's going to be in trouble, I think, if he has continuing problems with that transmission on any other restarts.
How about Andrew Ranger? A little bit wild there going around Dale Quarterly, but he does get the position. Now we're seeing Swindell try to make his way around Quarterly.
And that's Danica trailing that group right there. Nice move by Kevin Swindell, making his way back towards the front.
Danica coming into the picture, and she will try to get by that 32 of Quarterly as well. Quarterly not up to pace with Danica and Swindell and the others that have gone by.
The nice thing about this race for Danica, that's a very comparable car to what she will race in the Nationwide Series. A little less power, just a little bit less power, but a very, very similar car.
We've seen Danica drive in the ARCA series as well, trying to learn, again, these heavier stock cars, a lot heavier than what she's used to driving in the open wheel racing.
Doing a nice job. Now Dale Quarterly's a multi-time winner here in this series, and she's caught him trying to look for a way around him.
Run down the 32, learning every lap, every turn of the wheel. Totally a good one to follow, as he has had success in the stock car ranks.
He's actually won here at this racetrack, one of 9 different winners we've had here at this racetrack.
Amazingly enough, in the 9 races, we've had 9 different winners. No repeat winners from Dover.
Swindell able to get by the 35 of Ranger.
So Kevin Swindell, once he gets into 4th gear and is able to keep that momentum up, the car's running very well, but we're going to have to keep our eye on him on the restarts.
Already opened up 3 or 4 car lengths on Andrew Ranger. Now Matt Koboluk is next on his hit list.
Again, the top 2, Max Gresham and Brett Moffitt, they've separated themselves from the field. You see still a good battle going on here. Quarterly way up the racetrack. Danica in the 83 trying to track him down.
That's what we talked about earlier. Will this groove widen out a little bit? And you see the line that Dale Quarterly's running. Good battle for 6th right here. Corey LaJoie on the inside, the 07, and the 71 of Eddie McDonald on the outside.
So he makes the pass. Here comes Koboluk in the 40, also trying to go by McDonald.
You know, this is a year that Matt Koboluk would just as soon forget. Has not had near the success that we normally see out of him.
Yeah, Koboluk has 16 wins in the K&N Pro Series East Division and hasn't been able to find victory lane, and really has not had the season that he was looking for when it started.
He only had 3 top 5 finishes this year in the 9 previous races, but look for him to come back strong next year. Now Kevin Swindell going to try to get another position on the 71 of Eddie McDonald, and he's got it.
Swindell takes that spot away from Eddie McDonald. Now we see Andrew Ranger coming into the picture in that 35. He'll also try to get by Eddie McDonald. And spreading out around this mile racetrack, again, a concrete surface, so normally the weather doesn't affect the concrete surface as much, but we're seeing the sun go in and out here with the cloud cover today.
Yeah, I think you just get a little bit more grip if the cloud cover does get over the sun. And you know, this racetrack is rubbering up nicely. Typically this racetrack, when you get more rubber down, it gets a little bit tighter. Look at that smoke. That's a lot more smoke than we've seen before out of Max Gresham.
A lot of smoke coming out of the 18 of Max Gresham. He's still leading this race, and his teammates still can't get by him, but that has got to be problems for Max Gresham.
That cannot be a tire rub because it's all the way around the racetrack.
Brett Moffitt still trying to reel in his teammate. Oh, into the wall is Zach Germain in the 24. Look at the damage to the right side of that race car.
It looks like possibly another right front tire gone down.
See the window net coming down for Zach Germain. Safety crews will attend to him. It's Max Gresham, Brett Moffitt, Gifford, Truex, and Pena in our top 5. Stay with us. And welcome back. Danica Patrick is scored as our leader because of pit strategy. Matt Koboluk will restart on the outside of row number 1. Brandon Ward, Dustin Delaney, and DJ Shaw, your top 5. Green flag back in the air.
New territory for Danica leading this race here.
Still see a lot of smoke coming out of that 18 of Max Gresham back there. Oh, contact. Danica slid up the racetrack. She was not able to hold it down on the bottom of the track, and Koboluk is our new leader.
Now the 3 wide entering turn number 3.
Ranger on the bottom of the racetrack. Eddie McDonald just above him. Danica Patrick drops back behind. She's on the outside of Brett Moffitt in that number 20.
Corey LaJoie, the 0-7, the 00. Ryan Truex side by side right behind Danica. Now Ryan Truex pulls back in line behind Corey LaJoie.
I would have been, oh, we got another caution, the fourth caution of the day, and up into the wall.
Kobaluk.
That is Matt Kobaluk, who was our leader. I was looking back in the field at the 83 of Danica, didn't even see Kobaluk up into the wall, but how about this? Our leader once again into the wall.
Remember now, this is the restart. They make a little bit of contact right there. I was wondering if maybe Kobaluk had some damage to that left front. Here it is. Looks like his right front tire is going to go down. Could have been the left front tire, but the right front tire now is definitely flat on the race car.
So into the wall goes race leader Matt Kobaluk. And that puts Brandon Ward in the front of the field. Dustin Delaney, DJ Shaw, Andrew Ranger, and Brett Moffitt are your top five. And welcome back. Dustin Delaney, who was running second, was black flagged by NASCAR, and so he will drop back in the field. DJ Shaw, Brandon Ward bringing the field to the green flag.
What a great start on the outside by DJ Shaw. We bring Andrew Ranger with him.
1 and 2, DJ Shaw, Andrew Ranger. And right back there in third, the 7 of Brandon Ward.
Yeah, that smoke on that 18 car, I believe, was getting worse for Max Gresham.
It was a great battle for third. Brandon Ward, Brett Moffitt. We're back there in the 5th spot, Eddie McDonald and Corey LaJoie in 6th.
There's Danica Patrick leading that group right behind Corey LaJoie.
Ranger again holding on to the 2nd spot now.
Side by side for third. Brett Moffitt gets underneath. Brandon Ward in the 7 takes that 3rd spot. Now here comes Eddie McDonald in the 71.
We saw earlier how strong Brett Moffitt was when he was following his teammate Max Gresham, and we see LaJoie also making the pass around the 7 of Brandon Ward. So now Andrew Ranger trying to reel in that 60 of DJ Shaw.
DJ Shaw could hang on to this thing. It wouldn't be the first Shaw that ever won here. His father Dale won here in the C Series.
How about Ryan Truex battling with Danica Patrick for the 7th spot? Danica dropping back a position. Here comes Max Gresham smoking all the way in the 18.
I think that thing's going to run out of oil eventually, as much as it's been smoking.
It looks like it has, since almost the drop of the green flag, it's been had a little bit of a blue cloud behind it.
Great battle for the lead right here.
Brett Moffitt has come up to the 3rd spot, and all over the back bumper of Andrew Ranger, still trailing DJ Shaw.
These top 3 opened up a good gap over 4th right now, about a half a straightaway.
DJ Shaw, Andrew Ranger, and Brett Moffitt, 1, 2, and 3. Brett Moffitt trying to be the first driver to go back to victory lane in the K&N Pro Series East at Dover.
That was an awfully good car. Was able to run with his teammate Max Gresham early on until they made their pit stops. Now Max is back a little ways.
Sliding up the racetrack was DJ Shaw. That allows the 35 of Andrew Ranger to get all over his back bumper. Here comes Moffitt now. Looking at the inside of Andrew Ranger. Moffitt trying to take 2nd away.
Nice move through the center of the corner. Ooh, almost a little contact there. A little side drafting.
But Moffitt trying to get all the way up the racetrack before entering turn 3. Now they're side by side for 2nd.
Just for 1 lap running side by side. Look how much of a gap DJ Shaw was able to open up with those guys running side by side.
We're going to try it again. Moffitt still looking to the inside of Andrew Ranger. Ranger running up the track just a bit higher. Now to the outside goes Moffitt, trying to use that momentum coming off of 2.
Andrew Ranger doing a nice job holding off Brett Moffitt.
Moffitt looks to be the fast car. We see a little wiggle out of Andrew Ranger, and Moffitt will close the gap once again.
Moffitt able to run a little bit lower on the racetrack. It allows him to close up a little bit through the center of the corner. Now he's going to try to not. Wasn't able to peek his nose to the inside up off of turn number 2.
6th caution has come out. So the field will slow once again as we pass the halfway point here on lap 92. This time debris on the racetrack. You see it on the front stretch. DJ Shaw still out front. Andrew Ranger, Brett Moffitt, 1, 2, 3 here in Dover. And welcome back. DJ Shaw, Andrew Ranger, 1 and 2. This time Shaw has chose the outside line. Andrew Ranger will be on the inside. We'll see if it works out for DJ Shaw. Coming out of 4, green flag back in the air.
Nice early jump by DJ Shaw. There's that smoke again from the 18 of Max Gresham.
Corey LaJoie all over the back bumper of the 60 of DJ Shaw as Andrew Ranger tries to take the lead away from Shaw. He'll get it.
He's got it. Now Corey LaJoie moves to the inside.
Corey LaJoie trying to take second away from the 60 of DJ Shaw. He'll get it. Way up the racetrack. Max Gresham in the 18. Down on the bottom is Ryan Truex.
See that smoke again. We got a report during our last commercial break. Bob talked to the team and said there was just a little bit of oil coming out the breather in the engine.
So they think that is why the smoke has been coming out almost since the drop of the green flag initially of this race.
They felt like it was nothing to worry about.
So we won't worry about it. We'll see if he can move back up to the front. Brett Moffitt now trying to get by DJ Shaw. Again, Shaw restarted in the lead, and now he's dropped all the way back behind Moffitt.
Ryan Gifford now also going to pull up to the back bumper of the 60 of DJ Shaw.
So Brett Moffitt moves up behind Ryan Truex. Max Gresham just in front of Truex.
You know, early in the race we had Brett Moffitt running behind his teammate Max Gresham. Well, if that oil's coming out the breather, that's probably getting on that windshield of the car behind him. I'm sure Ryan Truex right now, if he's getting oil on that windshield, he's going to let his crew chief Mike Ricci know about it, and in turn they're going to let NASCAR know about it. If it becomes an issue, NASCAR may have to look at black flagging him.
Yeah, if we're seeing anything coming onto the racetrack, if the 18 is putting something down on the racetrack, then they would definitely say something. How about Corey LaJoie, Bob?
Guys, keep an eye on the kid behind the wheel of that 07 car. Corey LaJoie, son of two-time Busch Series champion Randy LaJoie, a really talented kid. Won a NASCAR Wheel and Modified Tour race this year in the Southern Series, and really a low buck operation. But whatever this kid has driven, he has been ultra fast in. 1 week ago, it lapped very good until he got together with another car late in the race. That car was Alan Tardif. But here today, he believes he has a good race car, but not good enough to compete with the Joe Gibbs machines and all of their money. But let me tell you something. Corey LaJoie, if he can get a full-time ride in this series, he could compete for the title.
Yeah, Bob, he's looked strong in this race, but right now seems to be falling back a few positions. Max Gresham was able to get by. Ryan Truex was able to get by. And now Brett Moffitt has also passed Corey LaJoie.
Yeah, these Gibbs cars have been awfully strong here this week. We saw him drive away early in the race, the 18 of Gresham and the 20 of Moffitt. Good battle for 6 right now. Ryan Gifford gets underneath DJ Shaw.
DJ Shaw continuing to drop back as we see the battle for 6 continue. Side-by-side racing. Gifford, little contact there. Gifford on the inside. DJ Shaw on the outside. Here comes Ty Dillon in the 3 just behind these two.
A little bit of a wiggle there for Gifford to the center of the corner. DJ is able to gain the advantage up off of 4.
DJ Shaw clears the 2. So Shaw in 6th. Ryan Gifford in 7th, and back there in 8th is Ty Dillon.
Ty Dillon got his first East Series win at Gresham here a few weeks ago, and he's going to run the ARCA race at Kansas next week.
Taste of victory so good for Ty Dillon. Still, the smoke comes out of the 18 as he's reeling in the 35 of Andrew Ranger. So Gresham trying to take over the top spot once again. Ryan Truex, Brett Moffitt, and Corey LaJoie, top 5. Andrew Ranger holding off Max Gresham. But Gresham looking to the outside now. The Sunoco 150. Gresham trying to make the pass as they go down the backstretch.
What a great run through the center and off the corner for Max Gresham. He's going to beat him down to turn number 3, pull down in front of him. The lead is his.
After starting on the pole, Max Gresham has flexed his muscles once again. He is back out front. Andrew Ranger running 2nd. Ryan Truex is 3rd.
One thing's for sure, Rick. That smoke is not slowing that car down any.
It's not inhibiting the power of that race car. He's able to continue to pull away from even Andrew Ranger running in the 2nd spot.
But I'm not sure that smoke's not getting worse.
It seems like we talked about on restarts it was bad, and then through the turns it looked bad. Now it looks like it's all the way around the racetrack. We see the battle for 10th between Sergio Pena and Danica Patrick.
Right in front of them, Dale Quarterly, the 32 car, and there's the 7 of Brandon Ward right behind Danica.
Danica trying to hold on to a top 10 finish. Again, learning as much as she can about stock cars today in this racetrack, since she is running the nationwide race later.
She's been in the middle of a lot of battles here. Good experience for Danica. She's running with some great drivers right now. Sergio Pena, the 4 right in front of her. Brandon Ward, the 7 right behind her. There's Eddie McDonald right behind the 7 of Brandon Ward. He's going to look to the inside of Brandon coming off a 4.
Just in front of Sergio Pena is the 32 of Dale Quarterly.
He's going to make the most of his 1 start of the year in the East Series.
A little bit of a wobble there for Danica. She was trying to go to the inside of Sergio Pena, not able to make that pass. Spinner on the backstretch. We've got Arteaga around. So Jorge goes around, brings out the caution once again.
Doesn't look like there's much damage to Jorge's car.
No contact, but he gets around, brings out another caution. Out in front, it's Max Gresham. Can he hang on? That smoke's getting bad. And welcome back, Max Gresham, Andrew Ranger, 1 and 2. Gresham on the outside, green flag back in the air. Here comes Ryan Truex. Andrew Ranger not up to speed, and Brett Moffitt will make the pass for second.
Wow, what a ragged restart that time for Andrew Ranger.
Phil, I can't believe that NASCAR is not going to say something to this 18. As much smoke as it is putting out behind that race car.
Well, you would think so, unless none of the drivers have been complaining that anything's getting on their windshield. If it's not getting on the windshield, then it's probably not getting on the racetrack.
So Max Gresham out in front. Brett Moffitt runs second. Andrew Ranger now back up to speed in third. Ryan Truex in fourth. Good battle for fifth just behind him.
DJ Shaw, the 60 on the outside. Corey LaJoie, the 07 on the inside. DJ Shaw has a spot for now.
And the smoke coming out of Max Gresham, then Brett Moffitt, Andrew Ranger, and Ryan Truex, your top four.
What a solid season for the 00 of Ryan Truex. Won 3 races last year in the championship and came in this year, won both races at Loudon, clinched the championship when he took the green flag here. Run some nationwide races as well this year.
And just 18 years old. A lot of things accomplished already. His second championship in the K&N Pro Series East.
I know everybody at MWR is awfully proud of the job this team has done. Ryan and Mike Ricci, Fuzz, all the boys.
An impressive run today as he's in the top 5. Here's a battle for the 10th spot. Dale Quarterly just in front of that 83 of Danica Patrick. Danica as the preferred line. She tries to get by on the inside. Oh, a little contact once again.
Little contact right there. Danica stuck her nose down there and stayed there. 3 wide behind her. Eddie McDonald. That's Miguel Paludo. Is 77. Was he sideways all the way through that corner?
He looked like he was dirt dragging it around Dover. Sideways as he went through 3 and 4.
It's Alex Kennedy, the 37 on the outside. There's Kevin Swindell, the 9. Been hampered by that faulty transmission. Eddie McDonald, the 71.
Great side-by-side battling around this racetrack. You see Alex Kennedy in front of Miguel Paludo and Kevin Swindell. Eddie McDonald into 71.
Kevin gets to the inside. Miguel pulls to the inside of Alex Kennedy at the same time.
Again, we see Miguel sideways coming out of turn number 4. Keeps it straight, though, as they go through 1 and 2.
That's another driver that had a great run at Loudon, finished up in the top 5. Miguel Paludo for his best career finish here in the K&N Series.
Andrew Ranger, Ryan Truex still battling for that 3rd spot. Amazingly enough, as much smoke is coming out of the 18 of Max Gresham, he's still able to pull away from 3rd and 4th.
Well, maybe his car's getting lighter.
Because he doesn't have as much oil in it.
Exactly.
I don't think he can do that for 150 laps, though. That could be a problem as we get later in this race. Andrew Ranger pulling away now from Ryan Truex.
DJ Shaw now right behind Ryan Truex. There's Corey LaJoie, the 07.
And it's 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. 7th in the number 2, Ryan Gifford. Truex able to close the gap once again on Andrew Ranger. And now a good run through the center for Ryan Truex. A little bobble coming out of turn 4.
Looked like he got in the throttle through the center before Andrew Ranger did, but then he paid for it. He got a little bit sideways at just about the exit of turn number 4.
So the battle continues for 3rd between Andrew Ranger and Ryan Truex. Still out front, Max Gresham and Brett Moffitt. Gresham, Moffitt, Truex, and Ranger. Truex able to make the pass on Andrew Ranger, takes 3rd away.
Gresham opens up 3 or 4 carlings on his teammate Brett Moffitt, but not able to shake him.
Moffitt still trailing the 18 of Gresham. Gresham again started on the pole. Cole Whipp started 2nd. Cole had problems early on in this race, and Brett Moffitt has been able to reel in his teammate, but hasn't been able to get by for the lead.
Good battle right there. 9 of Kevin Swindell able to get by Danica Patrick in a battle for the 8th position.
Swindell has it. Danica Patrick drops back to the 9th spot.
Solid day, though, for Danica.
Impressive run. She's run in the top 10 pretty consistently. Again, a learning experience for her as she prepares for the nationwide race later this weekend.
There's Sergio Pena. Moves to the inside of Jeff Anton. Kevin Swindell has a little bit of a run now up off of turn number 2.
Battling for the position with Pena. We see Ty Dillon just in front, trying to go by that 8 of Michael Cherry. Gets the pass.
Almost looked like something happened to Michael Cherry. All of a sudden he was slow down at that end of the racetrack.
Pena and the 9 of Swindell also go by that 8 of Michael Cherry.
Michael Cherry, 2 starts this year, top 10 finishes in both.
Good battle for the 7th spot. Sergio Pena and Kevin Swindell. Again, Swindell, problems with 3rd gear, we're being told. But once he gets it into 4th and is able to work his way around this track, he's been able to move back to the front. Restarts definitely hindering the 9.
Yeah, he's had a real good car right now. He's hoping that we don't get any more restarts, because he may have to pay for it again. But he gets side by side with Sergio Pena. It looks like he's going to be able to beat him off of turn 2.
So Kevin Swindell back in front of Sergio Pena. He continues to click them off one at a time.
The 3 car of Ty Dillon is next for Kevin Swindell. Ty's had a solid run here, running up in the top 10.
Swindell and Pena, like I said, just in front at 3 of Ty Dillon. Swindell really looks fast today, but again, problems on the restarts. Has him dropping back, but then he's able to work his way back toward the front, passing probably more cars today than anyone.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Out in front of the field, though, it's Max Gresham in the 18. His teammate trailing him by quite a ways as they come out of turn number 4. There'll be 5 laps of racing to go. Can Max Gresham hang on and win at Dover?
Got a huge lead right now, probably the biggest lead he's enjoyed. Oh, car in the wall, Steve Park.
Steve Park gets into the wall in turn number 1. That means we will be under our 8th caution. They'll slow the field down once again. So Steve Park looks as though maybe a right front tire went down.
Yeah, I think another right front tire issue. We will have a side-by-side restart with teammates.
Max Gresham, Brett Moffitt, 1 and 2 when we return. And welcome back to the Sunoco 150. Problems, it looks like, for Ty Dillon. He slows on the inside of the track.
The way he was wiggling the car looked like he may be out of fuel.
First attempt at a green-white checker for the K&N Pro Series East. Teammates were side by side. Smoke coming out of the 18. He's slower on the restart. That means Moffitt takes the lead.
Moffitt has the lead side by side for second now. Corey LaJoie on the inside. Look at all the smoke from Gresham's car.
Gresham trying to battle on the outside, trying to get that second spot back. He has been so strong today. Look at the smoke roll out from underneath the left front tire. Unbelievable. The caution comes out once again.
The caution was actually out, I think, for the stalled car of Ty Dillon right at the start-finish line, and then Gresham, it looks like, is blown up.
That engine looks like it's finally expired, and how close can you come to the win? If it wouldn't have been for the green-white checkered restart, Max Gresham would have won this race.
Yeah, what a tough break for Max Gresham, trying to get win number 3 here, but that's certainly going to open the door for his teammate Brett Moffitt. But we're going to have another side-by-side restart.
We'll have to have another restart. This time the reason for this caution was the 3 of Ty Dillon stopped just past the start-finish line. We knew he had problems on that restart. He went down to the bottom of the racetrack, and now the wrecker will have to push him back behind the wall.
I think Ty must have lost fuel pressure because he was wiggling his car trying to get fuel to the pickup, and unfortunately not able to do it, and had a sure top 10 run going, and it's not going to happen for him.
And we see the 18 rolling on to pit road. So strong today, but not strong enough. Brett Moffitt will restart up front. Now it's Moffitt and LaJoie, 1 and 2. Moffitt has chose the inside line. Corey LaJoie the outside line. Who's going to get to victory lane? We're about to find out. Coming out of turn 4, green flag in the air.
Moffitt on the throttle early. He clears LaJoie by the time they get to the start-finish line. Truex looks to the inside of LaJoie.
Our second green-white checker attempt. Truex battling to the inside of LaJoie for second. LaJoie strong on the outside, trying to battle back down the backstretch.
Great side-by-side battle. LaJoie almost into the outside wall.
They stay side by side as they come into turn 3. Ryan Truex drifts up the racetrack a bit. Corey LaJoie able to stay on the gas. He takes second away. White flag in the air. 1 to go for Brett Moffitt.
Oh, Danica was racing, looked like maybe with Dale Quarterly, and somebody bounced off the wall coming off at 4.
So out in front of the field, it's Brett Moffitt looking to become the first driver to ever go back-to-back at Dover. A repeat winner potentially in front of us now. Coming out of turn number 4, Brett Moffitt will see the checkered flag. Moffitt's going to win at Dover.
The first two-time winner, Corey LaJoie, with the best career finish of second. Ryan Truex clinches his championship with a third-place finish.
Put an exclamation point on it today, coming home in that third spot. How about congratulations for Brett Moffitt in the 20, his second win of 2010. That puts him up to 4 wins now in his career.
And I think quite possibly may move him all the way up to second in points because of the problems Darrell Wallace Jr. had.
An impressive day for not only the 20 of Brett Moffitt, but the 00 of Ryan Truex. Your race winner and your champion side by side. Stay with us. Welcome back to Sunoco 150 in the books now, as well as the 10th race of the 2010 season. And going to victory lane is the 20 of Brett Moffitt. Let's go there.
Brett Moffitt climbs out in victory lane. He's conquered the monster for the second year in a row. Gets a big congratulations from his teammate Max Gresham. Obviously misfortune for your teammate, but I'm sure you're just happier than can be to be here in victory lane again at Dover.
Oh, it's amazing. You know, following him those last few laps, I could get up to him and we were just airtight, and I was just praying for a caution, and finally it came, and you know, my car was good enough on the restart, and we ended up clearing him there, and then we had that caution, which brought me a little worry because our alternator broke and we were running low on power, but you know, we made it, and that's all that matters.
What does it mean to come back and win for a second time at Dover?
This is just amazing. You know, this is definitely our best track in the series, and it's just cool because all the Cup guys are here. You know, my boss is here to see it, and this is just awesome.
Two-time winner here at the Monster Mile, and he's just 18 years old.
A lot of youth in this series. Let's take a look at our official results. Corey LaJoie, as you mentioned, with a career best finish of second.
First 3 finishers, all 18 years old.
Not bad at all. Eddie McDonald, Dale Quarterly rounding out the top 5. A good run for Dale Quarterly.
Andrew Ranger was running up in the top 5 late, ended up having problems, lost power, finishes 15th.
Ty Dillon also with problems at the end of this race. He comes home in 17th. Late in the race, we saw Steve Park into the wall. That relegated him back to the 21st spot. Let's hear from our champion. He's with Bob.
A little Gatorade bath for the second year in a row. Ryan Truex is the champion of the K&N Pro East Series. And I'll tell you what, it wasn't exactly the day you wanted, because I know you wanted to close this one out with a victory, but I'm sure happy nonetheless.
Really happy. I just can't thank these guys enough. Just give me great cars all week. And you know, we had the best car there for a while, and we were chasing them all down, and just got away from us a little bit. And just proud of them. I'm out of breath. I was driving that thing hard. The thing was pretty out of control to drive, but I want to thank everyone, thank the fans for coming out, everyone for coming here, and my team. You know, they've done so good this year and gave me so much good stuff, and it's just, I'm really fortunate to be where I'm at, and it's awesome.
Had some interesting moments, though, with Danica Patrick on the racetrack.
I know. I don't know. Whatever. It was the first time at Dover, so I got by her clean, didn't have to move her or anything. I wanted to, but I let patience prevail there, and just a good day. I had a lot of fun.
Let me ask you this. You put your name in the ranks of several good guys like Andy Santerre that have won back-to-back titles. What does that mean to you?
It means a lot. You know, guys like Andy Santerre, who are just legends of the Busch North Series, and I really have a lot of respect for, you know, the way this series used to be, the Busch North Series, back when it was all Northeast drivers, and that's where I come from, the Northeast. And we're here in the Northeast at Dover, close to my hometown, so it's really awesome to win here, win the championship.
He is a Jersey boy at heart. They're popping open the bubbly here. Unfortunately, at 18 years old, he can't have any.
It is official. Ryan Truex wins the championship by 134 points over Brett Moffitt.
Yeah, Brett was able to move up into the second spot with the trouble that Darrell Wallace Jr. has. Nonetheless, a great season for Darrell Wallace Jr.
It's been a great season here on Speed. The next race is Roseville, California for the West Series, so make sure to stay tuned to Speed. We had some right front tire issues. Danica Patrick was able to get a good, strong finish, and our champion was crowned once again for the second time in consecutive years. Ryan Truex is your champion. Brett Moffitt wins at Dover.